Hello, I'm Janet O'Shea, author of the article Decolonizing the Curriculum, Unsettling Possibilities for Performance Training. I first wrote this paper in response to a prompt for a conference panel on decolonizing the curriculum in dance and dance studies. And I was really interested in problematizing the term decolonization as it might apply to a performance and a performance training context. Specifically, I was interested in problematizing this term in relation to Eve Tuck and Kei-Wen Yang's argument that decolonization is not a metaphor. Now, there's already an existing distinction between decoloniality as an epistemic project and decolonization as a political and economic endeavor. But I wanted to take seriously the idea that perhaps the arts and humanities could benefit from an effort not just to undo the conceptual investments of colonialism, but from critiquing and ideally dismantling its economic structures. So in exploring this idea, I faced a few challenges. Tuck and Young's argument that colonialism turns the living world into exploitable things is specifically in relation to settler colonialism. Although I'm North American, I am much more familiar with the critique of metropolitan colonialism. Much of my teaching and my research has focused on the legacy of British colonialism and histories of resistance to British imperialism. So I was interested both in exploring the specificities of what this critique of decolonization means in relation to settler colonialism, but then also considering whether some of these insights could productively be applied to metropolitan colonialism. A second challenge really has to do with the commonalities and the differences across the Americas. I recognize that a history of settler colonialism unites many of the countries in the Americas, but I also see very clearly that the history, politics, economic, social structures, cultures, and languages of the various locations in the Americas are radically different. I can see where the historical circumstance in Brazil and the United States are quite different, for example. So that being said, really, I see that challenge as a productive one. I'm very interested to know from my colleagues in Latin America and specifically in Brazil, whether these ideas carry across to different national contexts, whether these prompts are worth considering within the context of Brazil and its university structures. So I look forward to a continued dialogue about these ideas. And thank you once again for the opportunity to speak about my work.